everybody. How's it going?
Hey,
Hi. Yay.
good. An exciting week for Shannon.
Yes,
Yeah.
Madam
Thank
President.
you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you.
yeah, Shannon is the new president of the Pismo Beach Five Cities Rotary Club.
Huge job.
Yeah.
And also Jordan is
Wonderful.
big news. She's going to be a land baron, real estate guru. She's almost closing on her first Central Coast property.
I know. Yeah, we've been packing and cleaning all week, and I'm so sore, but we're super excited to own on the Central Coast.
Awesome.
Awesome.
That's fantastic. All right. Well, I'm excited
Congratulations.
about this week's guest, Mayor Jeff Lee, Mayor of Grover Beach.
Yeah, he is joining us soon. Jeff moved to Grover Beach in 2001 and began volunteering with the Parks, Recreation, and Beautification Commission in 2009 until he was elected to the City Council in 2012 and re-elected in 2016.
Yes. Jeff was elected mayor in 2018 and has been honored to serve the community over the past 2 years.
Jeff's a registered professional engineer with a Bachelor's of Science degree in Civil Engineering from Merrimack College. He works for the San Luis Obispo County Department of Public Works in the Design Division, Architectural Services Group. So let's welcome in Jeff. Hey there, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Morning, everybody.
How are you?
Hello.
Good. How's everybody doing?
Good to see you.
Good. How about you?
Thank you. Thanks. Happy Friday.
What brought you to Grover Beach?
Well, I'm originally actually from Connecticut, and so after graduating college, I moved to California because the economy had fallen out of existence on the East Coast in the early '90s. So moved to California to Calaveras County of all places, and worked with a ton of people that graduated from Cal Poly, and they could not be quiet about San Luis Obispo. So in '94, '95, I said, I've got to go figure out what San Luis Obispo County is all about. And lived here until I met my wife in '97. We moved into her condo in Arroyo Grande. And then in 2001, we bought a house in Grover Beach, literally a mile from where her condo was. But the wonderful thing is she had a series of cymbidiums and so forth that were doing absolutely nothing in Arroyo Grande. We moved literally a mile away, and now we can't get them to stop blooming in Grover Beach. So it's a wonderful area for cymbidiums, but we've been here since 2001. Have loved it every day since.
Awesome. Yeah,
Wonderful.
the cymbidiums love that little bit of coastal influence. They
Yes,
like a
it
little bit of
does.
that fog. Yeah.
Yeah. So why did you decide to become a community leader, both as city council member and now mayor?
Well, as moving to Grover Beach in 2001, it's one of those places where, as you guys know, just the Central Coast kind of, you call it home as soon as you can. And I had made the decision to, as we put down roots in here and said, I need to get involved with the community. And in 2009, I had an opportunity to actually be appointed to the Parks, Rec, and Beautification Commission, which, as I always say, is the fun committee, because you get a chance to meet all of the residents, all the visitors, and everybody who's coming to town wants to do what you're doing, whether it's our concert series, whether it's a parade, whether it's something just to be happy within Grover Beach. So that was really how I got involved in the community. And then I would go to the city council and provide an update to them on what was happening with Parks and Rec. And a couple people said, well, you're here every week anyway, why don't you run for council? And I had talked to my wife about that and had made the decision to say at some point. And she, with a smile and a twinkle in her eye, said, well, why not now? And so that was 2012, and so it's been a great opportunity ever since. I am in the land use and the development community from my professional career, and so I do know how planning commissions and city councils kind of work from a policy standpoint, and so that was a real opportunity to move forward on a council level. In 2014. The measure K14 came forward, and obviously having a civil engineering background really needed to kind of figure out how to fix our streets. And so with the community's support, we passed that, which has then allowed us to continue that, and then kind of focused me towards mayor after city council, because Grover Beach does have term limits. So we have 2 4-year terms for council and 2 2-year terms for mayor. And so when our prior mayor, John Scholes, termed out in 2018, I was in a good position to be able to run for mayor, and I've enjoyed every day of that since as well.
That's awesome.
Very good. Thank you.
So given that you've been in the position for 2 years now, what do you consider one of your favorite accomplishments, or do you just have one?
Actually, I don't have just one, but it's always fun. I was thinking of this question, and it's a series of little things that culminate with the service to the community. I mean, one of the wonderful things that I did as a council member first was on Dr. Seuss Day. You get to go into the schools and you get invited to read Dr. Seuss stories to young kids, and it's like you realize that just the wide-eyed vibrancy of that age group is so much fun to just participate with. But then you take a look at some of the stuff we've done as now we turn to the fact that Grover Beach just incorporated 60 years ago. In 2019, we turned 60. And so we had an opportunity to have a selfie spot down near our new train station, hashtag GB60, that's still there. And then we had a 60th birthday party, which seems like so long ago in these times of COVID, where we actually got together, reenacted an old city council meeting, and had an opportunity just to say thank you to the community and enjoy that. So, and we've kind of taken that energy and that spirit and brought it together under COVID as GB Together. And that's really what we're trying to do, and make sure that the community has a way to say, to see that we're all in this together. We've got this to try and make sure that we get through it. And so that's kind of some of the favorite accomplishments that I see is it's kind of a string of pearls, shall we say, to make sure that the community knows we're here, we're still providing the services, but we can have a little bit of fun along the way.
Yeah, I love those signs. It brings a smile to my face every time I see one. So
Yeah.
It's a great campaign.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Great idea. Okay, so now do you envision yourself moving on to higher offices now that you've had all this experience in the city council and now as mayor?
The response I always give when people ask me this is I will never say no. But right now I am really focused on mayor. So there is a re-election campaign coming up in November. I guess that is technically an official announcement, but that'll come
Awesome,
in the
you
next.
heard it right here.
Right here, exactly. So that'll come officially in the next couple of days. But there's always an opportunity again with term limits in Grover to do something next. And I know I want to serve the community of Grover Beach in whatever way that I can. And I don't know if that's going to be some other elected official capacity or some other volunteer-driven organization. So we'll kind of work through that as we get there. But I'll never say no, because I just enjoy serving the community, enjoy serving the region.
That's awesome.
Great.
Yeah. So I know a new addition has been added to the City Hall flagpole.
Yes.
Will you tell us a little bit about that?
Certainly. So as people have been seeing, June was Pride Month. Now that we're in July, and so at our June 22nd City Council meeting, we had a proclamation to honor Pride Month, and we do proclamations and council commendations whenever an organization comes forward and asks us to commemorate something. And this month obviously was Pride. And we had an opportunity to talk with several representatives from 5 Cities Hope. And we said, well, if you have a pride flag as part of the proclamation and the commendation, we'd be honored to fly the pride flag for the remainder of June. And so after the commendation, we did fly it at City Hall for several days. And then we did move it over to Ramona Garden Park, where it did fly until the end of June. So we're proud to do that. Proud to do that for other organizations if they come forward and have a flag or a commendation. So, but we're happy to do that, and got a great response on social media as for that, and a great response from the community as well. So glad we had the chance to do that.
Yeah, it's awesome because that group had so many events planned, as we all have had, and had so many things canceled. And that's really how they raise awareness. So it's really awesome to see cities do things like that to kind of supplement what they've lost. So,
yes.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, fireworks are kind of a hot button, I would say, in our little 5 cities. And it isn't just around the 4th of July holiday. What people who aren't from here don't know or don't realize is that it really runs May to September and then kind of flares up again around the new year. So,
Yes, indeed.
and so it's an area of concern. How does Grover Beach approach this popular pastime controversial topic?
Gotcha. And I did just grab my water glass. You'll notice it is the Five Cities Fire Authority mug. And so one of the things I wanted to say is we want to make sure that everyone is safe.
Yeah.
And obviously our police department, as well as our Five Cities Fire Authority fire service, is out there to make sure that that people are safe and doing things correctly. So in earlier this year, Arroyo Grande had changed their ordinance to where they said, let us modify the discharge times for fireworks from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on just July 4th. And so to be consistent with that, we did also to update our ordinance to do that as well. But obviously the firework booths are popular fundraisers for nonprofits. And so we wanted to acknowledge that opportunity as well. And so from, I believe it was either the 29th or the 30th, sometime over the past weekend, through July 4th, fireworks booths are open. So what we've done for illegal discharge of fireworks, because obviously the safe and sane ones are the best opportunity for our local community to enjoy that. But from a safe and sane standpoint is kind of what the fireworks booths are for. But obviously, with the Pismo Beach fireworks and in past years, the OCS, excuse me, not the OCSC, the off-highway park has had some amazingly illegal fireworks. Wonderful to look at, wonderful to see, but very dangerous. And so what we've actually done in the community is we've increased our police undercover presence, for lack of a better term, unmarked vehicles going around and trying to ensure that that people aren't discharging illegal fireworks. That effort has actually reduced the discharges about 50% weekend over weekend. And so we're trying to make sure that that continues. But we will hope that that people do follow the safe and sane rules, and then also make sure that any illegal discharges aren't done. It's always hard to enforce that because I'm not sure if it's the vehicle code or the civil code, you actually have to witness the discharge or the ignition of the fireworks in order to make an arrest. And so we go around, we try to educate, we try to inform rather than the arrest, because that's the better way to do it and to make sure that that groups are safe on this 4th of July.
Yeah, I know. I'm the daughter of a retired highway patrolman, and that code was one of the harder ones to enforce because you can confiscate things that if you find them, but you can't, like you said, arrest unless you see the person lighting the match, essentially. So yeah, it's a hard one. And so, but I've noticed from my parents' deck, because we can see all the way down the coast, that it has been reduced. So you guys are doing a great job, because there have been weekends in the past where we've seen like 6 different displays going on, not on the holiday. So yeah, it's definitely doing some good there. So, well, I don't have any other questions for you, but we want to thank you for coming on. It's been great seeing you and talking to you.
Thank you so much,
Certainly.
Jeff.
Thank you for the opportunity. If I can just close with just one little quick little item is, if people do want to learn more about the city, we did just revamp our website.
Awesome.
And you can visit that at www.groverbeach.org. Very user friendly, and we have just released our first electronic newsletter called the Grover Gazette, and so that gives people the opportunity to update themselves on what's happening in the community, what's coming up, and so 2 different ways to electronically figure out what's going on in your community. And then once COVID lifts, hopefully soon, and we can get back to gathering, we'll start to have more events again, and look forward to people coming out and enjoying our city.
Yeah, you have a great park and great concerts. We're looking forward to getting back to Stone Soup and all of that good stuff. So
yes, indeed. So next year is going to be amazing.
It is. It's going to be awesome. Thank you so much, Jeff.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This is Ashley Boyer,
Jordan Hamm,
And Shannon Bowdey
with the Pismo Beach Homes team.